What is up, everyone? We are back with another spoiler review. I haven't done this in a while. I believe my last spoiler review was what? I didn't even do one for Black Panther. I believe, was it Justice League? I believe, no, Last Jedi. It was Last Jedi and it was a really long video. But yeah, this is another one, Ready Player One. I just made my non-spoiler review and I feel like I really have to make a spoiler review for this one just because all the characters and everything in it. So let's just dig right into it. Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen the non-spoiler one, go ahead, check the non-spoiler one. It should be in the link description below, or just check out my channel at Gel Movies. You should probably know that by now. But yeah, go check out the non-spoiler review. This one will be full-on spoiler. I'll be talking about plots, characters, Easter eggs, all those kinds of stuff. So yeah, I'll give you a warning if you want to leave for now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, spoiler time. Let's get to it. First of all, Spielberg, he did an amazing job in encapsulating everything. The world building is incredible. Since the beginning, they show the different parts of the world. There's this casino world, this vacation world, and this war world, everything. And it just shows how fleshed out and how much he think ahead of this thing. And I know it's written by Ernest Cline, and I haven't read the book, honestly, so I probably should ask someone who did. Luckily, I did talk to a friend by the name of Jack. Jack, if you're watching this video, I'm calling you out right now. But he did mention that how different the book is from the movie, and that honestly surprised me. He mentioned some stuff which I will refer once again in this video down the line. But he did mention that how different it is. I also seen some review prior to making this, and they mentioned how dense the book is. So I'm just surprised that Spielberg is able to translate something so dense, so many things could go wrong if you think about it. Either it could be just a nostalgia fest or just something that just doesn't translate well to audience, but he managed to bring that magic. I can guarantee you kids will love this, young adults, teenagers will love this, adults and elder statesmen will also love this, because there is something that they could understand or like relate on. They do like what's it called, Space Invaders. They have arcade games related to this. I mean, like, they mention it. They also have Halo characters that I mentioned in my non-spoiler review. They have like Overwatch, and for the 80s people who grew up in the 80s, they have Back to the Future, of course, Iron Giant. I know that's 90s, but we have like Mechagodzilla. Even they have Mechagodzilla. I didn't expect that. And they have Gundam. That is the one thing I did not expect at all. That character is Japanese, I believe, right? And I can't believe I did not see that. He just goes Gundam, and I know some fans will really love that. So there is so many different Easter eggs that I could just go on and on. I believe there is some mention of a Halo railgun or something like that. And there's just so many different Easter eggs. But yeah, I could go on and on. But my favorite part in this movie, honestly, aside from the message in the end, when what's that name? Holiday, the one played by Mike Rylance, the creator of the game Holiday, talked to Wade. That is a really powerful scene, and once again it delivered the message of, this is, even though how much you love this virtual world and you can be anyone, you can be anything, the thing that he regret most is the thing that he did in his real life, and you should be embracing your real life. You should, despite how much internet can be a part for escapism, you could be on Twitter and just telling whatever you want. You should also remember that that is something virtual, and you should be doing something with your life. You should be you should take advantage, because you only have one life once again. And that the movie also depict like, oh, in the VR world, if you lose your life, it's like you're losing your real life, because you'll reset back everything to zero. And that's something that I know happens in games, but it's also a reflection of what it's like in real life. Once again, I want to mention a specific scene that is one of my favorite scenes in the movie, and that is when they're looking for the second clue, the second key, and turns out it's about a movie, a particular movie that the creator does not like. Now, I did not realize that they're gonna go this one, but when they're going to the movie, when they're looking for the gallery of movies, and they mention an art or something like an art piece that the artist did not like or hated. And when they go scroll through that and The Shining fly through, it directly hit my head. Oh shit, The Shining. Stephen King hates that movie. He doesn't like The Shining at all. If you guys don't know that, that's new insight for you. But Stephen King did not like Kubrick's The Shining. So when it goes there, I'm like, oh wow. And then the butler character, who's apparently played by Simon Pegg, revealed in the end. That coin flip thing, by the way, when it is revealed, the crowd in my cinema goes, whoa. But yeah, when he said like, oh, I hope you have the guts for it, and I'm like, are they gonna go into The Shining? And they did, and that is, oh, that is amazing. I'm sitting next to two person in my row, both my friends, and I don't know about my other friend, but one of my friends, he haven't seen The Shining, and when I'm like, okay, when they flip through the paper, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. They did that in the form of a key. That's really smart. But yeah, before I go to the Easter eggs and everything, I just want to say it's amazing how they take the Overlook Hotel and they bring it to this world in which the characters that you're seeing are animated characters. They're CG virtual characters. They're not humans. So I know we've seen that, but it's just something behold to be seen. Just the thought of Overlook in this future world, which is wow. But yeah, my friends doesn't know what's going on. When the character of H was clicking the elevator, I'm like, no, the blood's gonna flow, and then the flood comes out, and of course the Grady twins. And when he's running from the flood, I'm like, okay, do not go to room 237. Do not go there. And he did. And then my friend's like, okay, what's going on? Oh wait, there's a pretty lady. Okay, interesting. And I'm like, no, you better escape. And then yeah, of course that happens. And yeah, the painting where Jack Nicholson's character, I forget his name, or Jack Torrance was in that painting, and instead we have Holiday in there, right? The creator of the game is in there, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And they go to the ballroom and the dance. That is fascinating. The whole Shining aspect of it was so fascinating. And people who read the books, I know what you're screaming right now. There is no The Shining in the books. Apparently, I didn't know that until I talked to my friend once again, Jack. He messaged me and he's like, oh, The Shining, the second clue. Let me check right now. I believe he mentioned like the second key is they have to recite some movies or something like that. That's what my friend Jack said at least. And The Shining is definitely new. I'm checking right now. Yeah, he mentioned The Shining. The challenge was to recite lines in a movie. It's not even The Shining for the second key. So that is so different. And that is quite shocking to me that Spielberg is willing to take the chance, but it definitely pays off because that is super interesting. I believe if you're just reciting a movie, that's not going to be as interesting. And I just wonder what makes Spielberg choose The Shining as the movie that they want to do it on. But Shining is definitely a very iconic movie that, yeah, it translates for people who love horror. You will like that part that they refer to Shining. Also, I realized this. They used the actual score for The Shining in the movie, and it actually is kind of creepy in a sense. So yeah. While we're on the case of what's different between the book and the movie, I'm just going to mention some stuff. Like I said, I haven't seen the book, but I'm going to mention some stuff that my friends said. There are some differences, including how Wade, or what's his character name? I already forget that. Oh god, that's horrible. I mean, Parzival. There you go. Parzival. How he met Artemis, which is played by Olivia Cooke. Also Samantha in real life, and Olivia Cooke in that movie was really good in my opinion. She did well. That's how they met is different. The first key apparently is not a race, which I have no idea then what's it about. My friend did mention that. And then how he got the free life token is apparently different. And he just said basically everything is different. I should have just said that in the beginning. But yeah, a lot of stuff apparently is different, and that's very surprising to me. Except for the war in the end, apparently that's similar, the same, and that's the most Easter egg. So many stuff that I watched that movie. If I watch it again, I can guarantee you I can mention 10 other characters that I did not spot the first time around. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff different, so that is surprising to me, but it really pays off in this movie. I really love this movie. The race itself, I haven't even addressed. The first clue, the race itself is that has so many Easter eggs. T-Rex. I feel like that's a Mario Kart kind of reference there. There's King Kong and him going backwards, seeing it from under. That's pretty cool. That's really cool, man. And the aspects of the VR in the future using that haptic suit, that's something that's been being developed. I know there's haptic gloves and everything, but haptic suit, I can see that happening in the future. This movie is so realistic in a sense. And yeah, seeing Columbus, Ohio like that, I see that happening in the future where overpopulation might be a problem. You might not stack up like that, and people's like very isolated in the future because they just want to escape like, in the VR in a sense, and everyone can use it. I can see that really happening. So I will give props to Spielberg and both Ernest Cline and Zach Penn who make the screenplay for writing this amazing book and movie and just portraying it in this movie that in a lot of way it could go wrong. I said this in my non-spoiler review, but Ben Mendelsohn really did an amazing job playing this dickhead corporate boss. You're really like, oh god, please, I hope he lose so badly. And he did, of course, but he did an amazing job. And I didn't mention that much negative in my non-spoiler review, but I'll say some right here. I personally did not like the character of, let me check IMDb right now, I forget the name. Played by Hannah John Kamen of, oh my god, what's her name? Zendor, Athnail Zendor, who in the movie basically she's the badass one, part of the IOI. She's the one who was chasing them on the field, and she's doing all the tracking. I mean, I guess it's from the book, so they have to do that. But personally, whenever they go to her, I'm like, okay, she's the least interesting character in my opinion. Whenever they go to her, it's like, okay, let's just go on with it. I'm not really that invested by it. But yeah, there's a lot of different characters in this movie. Mark Rylance, who play, I don't want to mispronounce it, who play Holiday, is really great. And also Simon Pegg, who played Ogden Morrow, and apparently that android. That was also surprising. Also, when I just want to say, in my cinema, when it was revealed that he's alive due to the coin, literally, I'm not kidding, the whole cinema was like, oh! The whole cinema screamed when he's flipped the coin extra life, because I believe they just got a call back. Oh my god, that's the coin from that guy, from the android. So that is fascinating. But yeah, this movie have so many Easter eggs that I could just go on and on once again. I like the Chucky thing that's going on in the beginning. I love that Spielberg referred to both recent stuff. Oh, the Minecraft in the beginning. I just remember that. I play Minecraft. Not so much now, but I used to be an addict of Minecraft, and seeing its own world in Oasis is like, that's actually something that could really happen. But yeah, the concept of you can escape this world, you can be anyone you want. They really show that throughout the whole movie, that you can be anyone you want. You can be anything you want in this world that's not even real. But you have to realize, and one of the characters, the one played by Olivia Cook, Artemis, she did say it like, at one point she told Parzival, who is once again Ty Sheridan, she's like, oh wow, I thought you were different. Turns out you're totally obsessed into this game and you don't really care about the real world. And in a sense, Ty Sheridan is like, his character at first was that, and he really wants to find a key, but he never really thought of this corporate villain wanting it for all the money. But Olivia Cook's character does have a relationship because her father got killed. And then as soon as Aunt Elise got killed by the IOI, he realized that this is more than just Oasis. This is about real world, and you really need to take it on your own hands. And that is, I believe, when the movie really took it to the high note. But the whole movie was fantastic. I really enjoyed this movie throughout. So yeah, since the spoiler review, I want to hear your guys' comment on which is your favorite part of like maybe an Easter egg. Did you like the shining part of it? I really love it. Just tell me which Easter eggs do you think I missed. Tell me in the comment section below what your favorite part of the movie is. And yeah, I really love the message in this movie, like embracing real world, embracing who you are as a person. Hey, I'm nervous when I'm filming with my phone or like vlogging. I'm sometimes worried about what people think. And when I'm wearing all this geeky stuff, Harry Potter, DC, Star Wars, Marvel, some of my friends like really stylish and they embrace who they are, but they're not worried. And I'm personally sometimes I'm like, I'm afraid sometimes some people might judge me or like, oh my god, something like that. But the more I use this kind of stuff, the more I do more of these movie reviews, the more I watch movies, the more I realize that there is a community out there who's just like me, who just loves it like me, that I didn't realize in the first place. That's the more when I embrace who I am and what I want to be, and that is something that this movie really did. And it is spectacular work by both the story, the actors, and Steven Spielberg, and score by Alan Silvestri once again. Every time it goes, the Back to the Future thing, it gives me goosebumps. But yeah, the whole message of this movie is fantastic, and everything, cinematography, animation, it makes sense and it looks like a game character. So yeah, it's amazing. I love it. Once again, 8.6 for me, possibly higher second time around. I love this movie so much. So tell me in the comments below what you think. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see the channel grow, click the like button below and tell me what you think. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and just tell me if you want to see, if you want me to make more stuff about Ready Player One, because I really do enjoy this movie. Definitely top 5 of the year so far, alongside with Black Panther, Paddington 2, Game Night, and what's the other one? Love, Simon. There you go. So yeah, tell me in the comments section below what you think. Like, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, follow me on all social media platforms at JA Dharma. Until next time, guys, Jiao out.